Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bloodborne, Episode 2. If you probably haven't noticed already, depending on how well I edit this, we have Aaron with us today, finally. He decided to not be a cunt, and he decided to help out with the adventures of Timmy MacGruber.
I can do both.
Yes, you can be a cunt and help out with the adventures of Timmy MacGruber, I suppose. So, where did we leave off? We left off with Timmy MacGruber having tricked his 8-year-old retarded students into thinking that the heartbeat dances to the sound of a marching band. And his boss, which I can't remember the name of right now, decided to fire him. And now he's looking for greater prospects in a Victorian world.
How many times has he died?
So far, I think roughly about 5-6 times.
Good. Really living the expectations.
So yours is the next story to tell, Aaron. So I think when we left off, we had Timmy standing on the steps of... No, we didn't. We had Timmy going to his friend's house, and his friend basically told him to fuck off, and that's where we left off. So Timmy's been left on his own, I think, and he's off doing his own thing now. So you can continue it from there. When I die.
Okay, I think I know how I can take that to a much darker place.
Fair enough. We're going to be conflicting with the story a lot because Aaron will take it to a very, very sadistic place, and I will try to make it light-hearted and funny.
Mine is going to be very bright.
Sure.
Oh, I promise.
So, yeah, what we're going to talk about during the times that we're not telling Timmy's gruesomely fateful tale. Alright, let's get to know Aaron. Let's get to know Aaron a little bit. Aaron, what hobbies do you have that you like to do?
Puzzles. I love making puzzles.
Okay, what kind of puzzles?
Crosswords, mazes, crisscross, number bridges, code word, anything. Kaleidoscope, you name it, I make it.
What's your favourite puzzle you've ever made?
A kaleidoscope puzzle. Not because it's particularly impressive, but because it was one of the first I ever made.
What was the name of the puzzle? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Kaleidoscope.
A kaleidoscope. Alright, so what's a kaleidoscope puzzle then?
Right. You'll have these circles, right?
Right.
And you have to turn the circles.
Okay.
So that, like, each circle is broken up into a certain amount of colors.
Okay.
And you have to turn the circles so the colors align with each other.
Right.
Yeah, and that's it. So that each color is matched up with color on the circle beside it.
Right, okay. So is that kind of like the puzzles that you can get in some games where you have to, like, turn the, like, a dial in order to, like, hack a system or something? You have to do it and, like, match it up with, like, icons on the edge of the dial and stuff?
Kind of.
Alright, just so I kind of know what you're
A little bit like a grid of, like, 3 or 4 by 4 circles. And you have to match all the circles up with the circle below them, above them, to the left of them, to the right of them. So that each of color is matching up with the right color.
Alright, okay. That sounds interesting. So what's your least favourite type of puzzle to do?
Probably crosswords. They just feel very old persons.
Old passion. Old passion. I've suddenly went very Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Old passion.
That's exactly how they say.
Very old personish. Okay.
Very large.
If I had to pick a puzzle that I like to do,
Alright.
I don't know. I like doing
Do you mean as in make or solve?
like solve. I like doing word searches.
Okay.
And I'm not a big fan of crosswords because even though yes I do have quite I'm tooting my own horn here. I have quite like a expanded knowledge. Oh shit!
That's why
I have quite expanded knowledge, but I don't know everything, so I do get kind of frustrated with crosswords sometimes. All right, so Aaron, I've died. Your turn to carry on the story.
Oh, this is gonna get dark, or should I say,
Right.
bright?
So he's literally just been kicked out of his friend's house. He's been turned away by his friend. So he's got. I think he got into a taxi or something and left. He was in London, by the way.
Well, he was in London. Was his friend's house in London? Like, is it nearby?
It's in London. Yeah, his friend's house was. I think his friend's
Could
house.
he return to it? Could he return to it?
He kind of gone away from it, so he can return to it later on if he wanted to.
I was gonna send him back there to do Ulysses Beast.
No. Carry on the story. Take him somewhere else. That was an awful hit. Come on, hurry up, Aaron.
Yeah, I was gonna become.
You're just gonna make him go back and kill his friend, weren't you?
I was going to make him go back and set the house on fire. Then he was going to look longingly into the embers and realize that the house was a symbol of his life, and it was burning down around him, and he couldn't go any further. So he had to destroy what he had left and move to a Victorian world where he was going to kill monsters. Right? I had really thought this through, and you just got to throw it apart.
Right, we need to keep this going until like we either get bored of it or we finish the game. So you can't really have like a definite end. Like when we get bored of it, that's when we can end it. Okay.
Okay.
Kind of like the Assassin's Creed series, they can keep going and then they can just sort of like arc it off to an end when they get bored.
Okay.
Okay.
Timmy MacGruber, whilst in the taxi, was unfortunately hit by a bus coming the other way. He woke up 4 weeks later in a hospital in Mozambique.
Mozambique. Show that. Okay. I'm not gonna question it. We'll go with it. So.
I didn't want to say Mozambique. I meant to say Glasgow, but Mozambique came out, so we're going with Mozambique.
You meant Glasgow, but you said Mozambique instead.
Yep.
Wow, that's special. But okay. So he's in Mozambique.
Yes.
Okay. Do you wish to continue any further, or are you just going to leave it in Mozambique?
Hit by a bus, 4-week coma, Mozambique. That'll do.
4-week coma.
4 weeks.
Okay. We're not going to go all Hideo Kojima and say like 9 years, and then constantly shove it down our throats that he's been in a coma for 9 years. Because did you know he's been in a coma for 9 years?
Really?
Yeah, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 5, and literally, I don't know how many hours. I put a few hours into it already, and I think it's more like 7 hours into it. And every single chance they get, they shove down your throat the fact that your character has been in a coma for 9 years. It's like 9 years ago, before you went into that coma, we did this. And now, 9 years later, after you've come out of the coma, we're doing this. That's literally how, like conversation structures go in that game.
Alright.
It is ridiculously, like, it's just shoved down your throat all the time, and it's getting kind of annoying. But the gameplay is just so.
He was in a coma for 9 years.
What? Just in case the point wasn't confirmed.
Yeah.
Shit. Where the fuck are all these guys coming from? Die! There you go, burn. Burn, baby, burn. I keep singing that. Especially, oh, where the fuck did these guys go? No! Fuck you, fuck you. Go back and farm. That dude with the rifle, can you fuck off? Right, there's that dog. The dog.
Is there going to be more the ASCII question things?
Yes, yes, but you have to ask me what my hobbies are, because you didn't ask me.
What are your hobbies, Ryan?
My hobbies
What do
are...
they entail?
Well, as you know, I'm a games designer.
Yes.
And other than, obviously, playing games, YouTube is a hobby, technically. Making videos is a hobby.
Okay.
Music is a hobby as well. I am a musician. I go out and I perform shit.
So you are the music man?
I am the music man. I unfortunately though, Aaron, I don't think I come from down your way, but I can play.
What do you play?
I play the guitar. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Very interesting. What else do you play? If you play anything else?
Oh, I can sing. I think that's been proven a few times where I just like randomly burst into song. Oh, fuck, that made me laugh. La 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 la. There you go. That's another.
You perform at gigs and stuff, right?
Yeah. I've got one coming up soon, actually, in like 9 days.
I'll care about in 10 days.
Cool. I also have the potential of setting up a duo act, which I'm kind of excited about, but I suppose, yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. It'd have to wait until after I finish this semester of uni though, because that shit's intense. Like literally, I've got 5 weeks left of uni, and I've never been so stressed out in my entire life. Yeah, I'm sat here playing video games because I need a break.
No.
I've literally been sat working for most of today. Yes! Fuck you, bitches!
So is there anything else you'd like?
Ah, fuck. Sorry?
Is there anything else you'd like to say on the topic of your hobby?
I'm a performer. I unfortunately don't get paid for gigs at the moment, but that is something I'm looking into starting. Yeah, if you are actually interested, I play the acoustic guitar and I sing. However, I may end up branching out into going full performer mode and singing to backing tracks. Which, yes, I know is like the cheap way of doing it, but it's better for like live gigs and shit if you have backing tracks and stuff. So yeah, that's always fun. Do you have any more questions to aim towards me, Aaron? Regarding my hobby?
How long have you played guitar?
I started learning to play the guitar aged 12, 13, I think. So, Jesus Christ, 8 years.
Time flies, doesn't it?
Seven,
But only when you look back.
7 or 8 years I've been... Holy shit. Holy shit. Like, what? 8 years. Fuck, I've been playing for 8 years. Oh my... Jesus Christ.
Well, we've just had a lot on hobby. I've only been making puzzles for about 3 years. Oh, not even longer than that. Yeah, 3 years. But then there you go. You've been really sticking at it, Ryan.
I have.
10 out of 10 forever.
Gold star, you tried.
You showed up.
Gold star. You get the participation ribbon.
Hello.
Hey. Alright, gotta remember there's a guy here.
So,
Hey, buddy.
Ryan, next question, if there is one.
There is. Okay, so this is going to be interesting to see how you do this, how you answer this one. Is there a thing in the world, right, that you love to do, and you're not bothered whether or not you'll get paid for it?
Yes.
And that is?
Making puzzles. I love making puzzles.
Fair enough.
Like, I absolutely adore it. Oh, look, there is a website that I'm thinking of submitting some to, and they're a syndication board, so I submit them to them, and then people will buy them off them, and then they'll give me money for it.
Fair enough. Alright, so before we carry on with this podcast topic, I'm just about to go up against the very first boss. This is going to be fun. Aaron, you remember what it was like to go up against the first boss, don't you?
Yeah. I find it very simple. I think I one-hit it.
Please be truthful. Now, unfortunately, we did record this because, if you're not aware, if you look back through some old videos, you might become aware of this, but if you're not aware, I went across to Northern Ireland to see Aaron and Colin. While I was there, I brought this game over, and I got Aaron to play it. We managed to get here to the first boss, and we recorded Aaron's first attempt at it. Aaron?
Yes?
Please tell the people how long you lasted.
Well, I think about 20 seconds on my first attempt. On my second attempt, I think I lasted about a minute, because I just spent the whole time running away from it.
Okay. He didn't actually ever beat the boss as well. That's the funny thing.
No.
He never beat the boss. And unfortunately, all the footage of that corrupted. So, it's not... Well, it's not... I suppose you could, like... Have you still got that footage? Or is it... Did you just delete it?
Yeah, but the audio's out of sync.
It is. What if you just show the gameplay?
I can do that.
Yeah. So if you just kind of edit the gameplay up, so like you can show your attempts with the boss, and then we can sort of link it at the end of this video, or like put it up later or something, and people can see it. Awesome. Let's go up against this boss. This is gonna be... There he is!
Alright, and while you're being murdered, is there anything you'd do without being paid for it?
Music probably. Like, even though I would like...
Is doing something worth being paid for, not just a hobby?
It is, yeah, pretty much. However, I've got a funny story about this. There's a guy at my work, because I work as a waiter part-time. There's a guy at my work, and even though he was only joking, it's still really funny to talk about. He said that for a lion bar, he would suck my dick. Well, not my dick, but a dick. Sorry, I should clarify. He didn't say my dick. He said a dick. He said he would suck a dick for a lion bar.
Well, to be fair, lion bars are fantastic.
Right, here's how this conversation went down. Okay, I said, would you suck a dick for a Kit Kat? He said, no. I said, well, what about a lion bar? And he went, maybe.
Okay, I can get behind that.
And then he said, if it was a double decker, then definitely.
I prefer a lion bar.
Yeah. Lion bars are the best. Shit.
I had my first lion bar about a month ago.
Fair enough.
I had my first lion bar ever.
I died.
You know what that means, Ryan?
I do. Where were we We was in Mozambique, weren't we?
Mozambique. I don't even know where Mozambique is. Is it Middle East or Africa? Yeah, one of those poor countries.
Africa.
Alright.
Mozambique's in Africa. Okay, so... Yes, I can finally upgrade. I knew you had to go up against the first boss. What's this? The bells. Okay. Okay, before we carry on, I'm going to tell the story. Upon hazily waking in Mozambique, Timmy looked around his room, wondering where he was, because obviously at the time he didn't know it was Mozambique. As he was slowly looking around, regaining his senses, the doctor walked in. Aaron, what should we name the doctor?
Dr. McScruffigan.
Dr. McScruffigan. I like that.
Yep.
So Dr. McScruffigan walked in, and he was a local of Mozambique. So he spoke with a very strong African accent, which
Is McScruffigan an African name though?
No, but his parents were from Scotland. I'm not going to try a Mozambique accent or an African accent because I would just ruin it. Okay, so what was his name?
Scruffigan.
Dr. McScruffigan walked in. I have really bad short-term memory. Dr. McScruffigan walks in and sees Timmy is awake. So he then explains that Timmy's been in a coma for 4 weeks. When Timmy asked where he was, the doctor said he was in Mozambique. Mozambique's a country, innit? It's not just a city. Aaron?
Yeah, Mozambique's a country, yes.
Mozambique's a country. Okay. I really don't know.
I mean, like 5 seconds ago, I didn't know where it was geographically.
Have you just Googled it?
So I can do that now.
Please do, before we continue, because I don't want to sound like an inbred. Even though I've already made myself sound like an inbred.
Support Hillary Clinton.
Alright, so upon asking where he was, the Dr. McScruffigan turned and said he was in Mozambique. Timmy exclaimed, "Why am I in Mozambique when I was in London just a few weeks ago? Why was I brought to Mozambique for treatment?" The doctor replied that he wasn't sure. All he knew is that Timmy was left outside the hospital 4 weeks ago. He has no idea how long he has actually been out. However, he has been in care for 4 weeks. With this newfound mystery, Timmy set himself a mental goal of trying to figure out how he got from London to Mozambique. End of story. Or end of chapter.
It's a country in Africa.
It's a country, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we specify whereabouts in Mozambique he is?
Well, Mozambique is just on the coast of Africa, and it's right beside Madagascar. That could tie into the story.
Could.
Madagascar is just a short swim of about the entire width of the UK away from Africa, so you could swim that.
Fair enough.
Probably.
Alright, so let's talk to this lady and
Hello, good hunter.
start being able to upgrade.
I am a dog.
Hi, nice lady.
Here
You have
in the
nice
stream
eyes.
to look after you.
Ah, that's so sexy.
Honorable hunter.
Shit, I should have opened
Pursue
the...
echoes
Oh,
of
fuck.
blood, and I will channel
I did
them
it stupid.
into your strength.
I should have opened...
will have
instead of
these,
going to fight the boss, I should have
and
gone where
I will
that
be
dude
here
was,
for you
gone down and opened the
to
shortcut
embolden
to
your
get to there
sickly
faster. I'm
spirit.
such... Fuck.
Dude, don't sweat
Farewell,
it.
good hunter. May you find your worth.
Like, it's all part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan.
God has a plan for your life.
Do I have any more? No. Shit. Can I upgrade?
Welcome,
Well,
buddy.
give me that stuff.
Very well. Let
Yeah, no, I can't afford to level up yet. I did a stupid. I'm going to have to pay for that stupid by killing more things.
Sounds more like they're gonna have to pay for your stupid.
They are. Yeah. I'm gonna go through and try and open up the thing again. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to go against the werewolves as easily this time because I don't have Molotovs anymore. So that should be fun. Oh, 25 minutes of
How
recording.
much iron needed to make a sword?
Aaron, what are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
I want to see how much iron is in the human body, how much iron it takes to make a sword, and then see where we go from there.
Well, it's widely known that there's enough iron in the body to make 9 1-inch nails or a 9-inch nail.
So, obviously I'm gonna need more than one person. I mean, or I could just keep using the same person over and over again, but that would take a while.
Well, yeah, considering once you've probably taken out all of the iron in one person's body, they're not going to be able to live much longer.
For all. Also, I was just gonna take the whole blood thing. You just take all the blood. Yeah,
Just take all the blood.
All of it. All of it.
All the blood.
Is there more questions, thing? Or wait, did I ask you the question?
You asked me a question, but I can't remember what it was.
Move on.
We're professionals. We're not.
Professional as fuck.
We're really not professional. We're not professionals.
So is there another question for me?
I do. I have another one. What are your areas of expertise? Aaron, what's your area of expertise?
I don't know.
Well, what are you most interested? What are you studying right now, if you're studying at all?
Well, science, but I wouldn't call it my area of expertise.
What would you call it?
I mean, I know some things about it, but I wouldn't say.
Well, first of all, why are you studying it? Why are you studying science? What do you want to gain from it?
I want to then progress on the university and eventually become a virologist.
You want to what? Sorry.
Become a virologist at the end of it.
You'll have to explain a bit more because I don't know what one of those is.
Oh, a virologist is someone who studies viruses.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I wouldn't call my area of expertise.
What would you call it? Like a passing interest?
No, not a it's just something I place a high value on. I hope it becomes my area of expertise. But I don't know what my area of expertise is at the moment.
But would you say, what do you know the most about, like, in general? What's, like, your highest base of knowledge?
I don't know. I know a lot of things about a lot of things.
Would you say you know the most about video games? Would you say you know the most about
I know a lot about video games.
anime? Would you say you know the most about, I don't know,
I don't know.
anything really?
I think of myself as a jack of all trades.
Okay.
I genuinely don't know what my area of expertise is.
Well, you're helpful, aren't you?
I am very helpful.
Oh, I've got more Molotovs. I might be able to go up against the werewolves now.
Area of expertise refers to knowledge.
Knowledge.
What do I hold the most knowledge about? I hold knowledge about a lot of things, but I wouldn't say there's a specific area, but I'd call myself an expert in it.
Well, I know you're a very opinionated person about a lot of things, which means you're
Right. Because I know a lot of facts about things, but I wouldn't say I have an area of expertise.
Alright, well, okay. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now what my area of expertise is. Which is obviously video games. Did you just say master?
I said prostitution. Alright, I'm taking an up step. You're welcome.
I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that. So yeah, my area of expertise is obviously video games because that's the profession that I'm going into. I have to have an extensive knowledge of not just like certain video games, but I have to know video game types. I need to know how video games work, what makes a good video game. I need to know the theories of what makes a video game addictive or fun. I need to know how to make a video game, so I need to know how I need to have the skills to produce visuals for a game. So that's the area I'm going into, rather than the programming side of game making. I'm going into the visual style of it, or the visual side of it. Hopefully to be a 3D modeler in environment design. Yeah, so my area of expertise, basically I like to think of my tutor's explanation as the best. Basically, in games design you have to be an expert on everything but a master of nothing, pretty much. So you need to be interested in absolutely everything, otherwise you're not going to be a very good, a very versatile designer. And I like that. I like the thought of being able to have at least a passing interest in everything, which I do. Yeah, I'm quite a curious person, and I like that. I like having the freedom to be able to do that. I think it's quite an empowering thing to have. Wouldn't you agree? Would you say that, Aaron?
About curiosity?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone should have curiosity.
Like, if you're not at least curious by, or like, about something, then you're doing life wrong.
Yeah. It should always be try.
Yes! Fuck, I thought I was gonna die then. That would have been bad. So yeah, that's my area of expertise. I am a video game designer. My area of expertise is everything. Pretty much. Like Aaron doesn't think he has an area of expertise. I'm an expert. I have to be an expert of practically everything. So asking that question is not the best thing for us, really.
Like, I know a lot of things about a lot of things. Like, take religion for instance. I could debate that with anyone and still called boring.
True, because I've debated it a fair few times, even though me and Aaron have the same standpoints on religion, we both think it's a bunch of bull. He can bring up a lot of points that I can't, because he's first-hand experienced religion, whereas
Yeah,
I've always just kind of knew it was there and only took like a passing interest in it. Like, I'll argue to people, if somebody comes up and says you need religion in your life, I'll be like, no, fuck off, I don't need religion in my life. Because it's not something that I feel like I need. I don't feel like I need a sense of purpose in life, but that needs to be given to me by some greater being.
I think you make your own purpose.
Yeah. You can't rely on, like, God, for instance, to give you a purpose in life when literally you can go out there and make your own. But I don't see the point in that. Like, no one thing can accommodate like a plan for everybody. It's like I saw a post, I think it was on 9gag or something, a while ago. No, it wasn't on 9gag, it was on something else. But it just proved that how much bullshit is spread by religion, especially when people say it's all in God's plan. It was a picture of it was a comic strip of a guy being told by a doctor that he has cancer, and he goes home and he gets quite upset about it, and somebody turns to him and says, hey, at least you can take comfort in knowing that it's part of God's greater plan. And it just cuts to a picture of God, like looking over a to-do list, and it's got 3 things on it, and one was create the world, 2 was create humans, and 3 was give Steve cancer.
Oh, that was brilliant.
I was just like, that's true, because like, why would God have a greater plan for somebody, like one individual person out of billions in the world? It don't make any sense, does it?
It's to do with the concept of omnipotence and omnipresence, where he's personal, yet not personal at the same time.
You see, I went to go see Batman vs Superman the other day, and it's really good. It's been great. It's been panned really unfairly by critics, but it's actually a really good film. And shit. In it, Lex Luthor says that he stopped believing in a god because he realised that with having all power or being all powerful does not mean that something can be all good. It's impossible for something to be all good if they're all powerful, and that's true. It's like, and if something is truly all good, then they cannot be all powerful. And I think that, oh shit, I think that is like a really great synopsis of what God is and what God is supposed to be. Would you agree? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of logical inconsistencies with it.
Shit, I died. I probably should have gone back and upgraded. That would have been a good idea. Shit. You know the things you think about. Hindsight is 20/20, they do say. Oh well.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, I believe it's your turn to carry on the story of Timmy MacGruber.
Okay. With his new quest in mind, he stumbles almost drunkenly out of the hospital against all doctor's orders. Coming and going, spending the rest of the day just wandering aimlessly. Until that evening, he comes across an alleyway. And in that alleyway there's a cafe. And there's a lady outside the cafe drinking coffee or whatever. And he could swear he recognizes her, but he can't at all place her. He ignores this feeling and just walks on and books a hotel room and stays there for the night. Yeah, that's it. That's literally it. He just walks around, thinks he knows someone, and goes and books a hotel. That's literally all that happens.
Your stories are amazing, Aaron. I just said 10 out of 10. Top story. Wood story
I'm
again.
building plot for the future. It's all going to tie back. This is going to be bigger than Treyarch.
Bigger than Treyarch. You heard it here first, folks. Bigger than Treyarch. Don't notice me. Do not notice me. I do not have the... Yes. I don't have the supplies to deal with those. Bigger than Treyarch. Fucking bigger than Treyarch. Is that even possible?
No.
Well, no, Hideo Kojima.
He's been in the coma for 9 years, by the way, don't you know?
Do you know what? I don't think I noticed that.
Oh, it's very subtle.
I think I might need to be told to get in like another 2 minutes just in case I forgot. Also, can I just point out,
Sorry,
right?
what was that?
I know I've said this to you off recording, but the optimization in Metal Gear Solid 5 is absolutely amazing.
Wonderful.
It's ridiculously good. Like, I noticed when I started playing, like the first thing I noticed was how the assets are super low poly, but the way that they've been made makes them look like next gen, assets. It's ridiculous. Like, so like you'll see a railing, you know, like a hand railing or something that's supposed to be round. And normally in a game you can see the polygons if you look at the edge in a certain way, and you can see where it's been smoothed and all that lot. And it's like in the game you look at the railing normally and it's like, yeah, it looks smooth, it looks like a railing. But then you look at it from the end and it's literally a square. It's a square. Like a whole cube just been stretched across and smoothed in such a way that it looks round. And I know how they've done it, but it's really interesting to see it being done on a AAA game level. That's something that like I'd say like a semi-indie game would do. An indie game with a decent budget would do. And I found that really interesting. But then again, I look out for these things. If like a normal, if like say Aaron was to go play it, he probably wouldn't notice something like that because he's not a game developer.
I'd just be kicking people in the face.
You can do that. You can also extract people with a Fulton air device. Is it Fulton extraction device or something? And it's really funny because like they go up a little bit, they sit there, and all of a sudden they just like shoot off into the sky. And if it's like, hang on, if it's like an animal or something that's constantly making noise, it's really funny how they'll sort of hang there for a bit, make the normal noise that they make, and all of a sudden they'll just go and like fade off into the distance. I find it quite humorous. It's funny. But what I love to do is I love to hide in the cardboard box, wait for an enemy to like walk up to me, and then like jump out and just look. Cause when you get seen, it gives you like a brief stint of slow motion, so you can like pop off some headshots and sort of save yourself from being properly seen. And during that time, I just like to pop up, point my gun at them, and then just watch as the face just like is in like sheer terror. It's one of the funniest reactions I've ever seen in a video game. It's amazing.
Sounds hilarious.
It actually is. I'd recommend you getting the game. However, I'd recommend you getting the fucking Division first, because I really want to play that with some people. Oh, hello. Hello. You're freaky. You're freaky. Hello. Ow. Ow. You dick. Piss off. No, he hasn't killed me. No, my controller's not accepting input. Die! No.
Is there another question? Or what were we talking about?
There is another question. The last question is, what do people ask you for help with on a regular basis? Aaron?
I don't know. What do you mean by people? What people?
Like, people in general. So, like, if you're at college or something, does anybody ask you for help? And if so, what's the most common thing you've been asked for help with?
Well, with assignment work, I guess.
Okay, what kind of assignment work?
Just whatever assignment we're given. People who want help, just put it in the group chat. Answer it. If it's my parents, then they'd ask me to fix the TV every other day.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same with me as well with my parents. It's like, Ryan, the TV's broken, come and fix it. Or, Ryan, the tablet's broken, come and fix it. Or, Ryan, the computer's broken, come and fix it. It's like, I'm a gamer, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
And most of the time it's just, it's not broken, you're just not using it right.
Yeah. It's like, most of the time it's like, why is it not doing this thing? It's like, because you need to do this thing first. It's like, well, why do I need to do that thing first? Well, because that's just how it goes.
You do?
Deal with it. Then you put the shit, the shades just fly down from the ceiling, and the weed comes in. You get the obey cap that comes on, and like dubstep plays in the background because you said deal with it.
No scooping.
What?
So that will be it, really?
Yeah. The other thing that I get asked for help with a lot is with my course as well. It's like, generally I'll get asked 3D modelling questions and how I would do certain things, especially if it's somebody who's a lot less skilled than I am. Because usually, like, I'm not to toot my own horn again, but I'm one of the highest skilled people in my year, if not the highest.
I'm gonna send everyone at your class this video. It's gonna be hilarious.
Farewell, good hunter.
Well, no, they'd probably agree with me as well. To be fair, they would probably agree with me that I'm definitely one of the highest skilled people in my class. And usually, probably the people who come to me most is like the first years, because I'm in the second year of my course. The first years will come to me and ask like how I'd do a problem, or how I'd model a certain thing, or what I'd do to get this effect on a model, or something like that. Yeah, and that's like generally what I get asked the most. On the flip side, however, it's usually me asking my tutor for help with a lot of things. Like, usually I can try and figure it out for myself, but if it's something that I'm really struggling with, then I'll have to go to my tutor about it, because I just don't know what to do. And recently I went to him with a problem, and he had no idea what was causing it, or what, like, why it was doing what it was doing. Basically, I'm going to go really technical right now with the game design stuff, and probably bore Aaron to tears. What I was trying to do is I was trying to bake down a model, so the higher detail onto a lower detail model, and it was basically baking the wrong parts onto the wrong onto different parts of the model from where it was supposed to be. And I took it to my tutor, and my tutor was like, I have no idea why it's doing this. He was completely stumped by it. And I looked online for help. I did originally, I couldn't really find anything. I looked online again after this, and I found something that kind of fixes it, and it fixes it mostly. But it's just a case of like tweaking certain settings to fix it properly. Shit, I nearly died. And so yeah, I basically figured it out myself without my tutor's help, which is... I'm quite proud of myself for doing that, actually. Because I like being able to figure things out for myself. It makes me feel accomplished. Well, Yoran, have you ever figured something out for yourself that was quite hard, that that you originally thought you needed somebody else's help with?
Yes.
I really did just bore you to tears, didn't I?
Yeah, like I yawned so hard with like a tear on them, like. So you were right.
Yep. I know Aaron so well.
It doesn't not just eat you inside.
I really geek out when it comes to creation of games. I really do geek out. It's my girlfriend just kind of like looks at me like, what the fuck are you talking about most of the time? Yeah, Aaron, have you ever needed help with a problem but ended up figuring it out on your own?
For an assignment we had to work out some half-life calculations for atomic nuclei for decaying.
Sorry, I couldn't hear a word you were saying because the game just decided to
Sorry,
You was mumbling, I couldn't hear a word you were saying, but the game also decided to throw a bunch of ravens in my face and tried to rape me. So, yeah. Answer this question, and we'll finish off the episode.
It was just some calculations to do with the decay of atomic nuclei, with alpha, beta, and gamma radiation. And we had to use these calculations with lambda and stuff in them. And they're easy. Most of them are easy, but there was a couple of questions that were awkward, and I did them.
Fair enough.
First time. That was it.
Fair enough. So you didn't need help with them at all?
No.
Okay. That was so boring. I've literally gone back. I've literally gone into my habit of looking at game assets to see how they're made.
It was actually really interesting.
For you, it was just like it was really interesting for me to figure out how to properly bake something down. Yet you found that so boring you literally cried.
Yep.
And that's where our interests differ.
Yep.
So generally when we talk about...
70% of the universe.
What the fuck's that down there?
It's gonna get it. We gonna get it.
Where is that?
Where's what?
What the hell's that down there?
I don't know, but maybe I'll have to wait till next week to find out. Or next video. Or paragraph you put these it. I don't know, I'm not you.
See, that looks like the area we've just been through where the big guy was down there, but I don't think it is. What the fuck is that down there? There's like a red person glowing, ringing a bell. What the fuck is that? I haven't got this far in, I don't think I've got that far in the game. That's interesting. Try and figure out what that is soon. Alright, thanks for watching this episode. Aaron, would you like to say any final words?
Pandas are facing terrible decline, and you can't breed them in zoos because they don't seem to want to breed in captivity, so they're dying out.
Fair enough. And on that very morbid note, we're going to end the video. Please tune in next time to figure out more of the story of Timmy MacGruber and his misadventures around the world. See ya.